Okay. Thank you. Great to be here with you today. I'm Eric Schneiderman, the Attorney General of New York State, and I am very pleased to be here in Tonawanda, accompanied by your great Congressman, Brian Higgins, Town Supervisor Tony Caruana, Police Chief Tony Palumbo, and we're also joined by Town Judge Dan Cavello and Town Attorney John Flynn. We are here as a part of an ongoing national effort to make all of our citizens safer. The fastest growing property crime in the United States over the last few years has been the theft and assaults related to thefts of smartphones. Property crimes in general, certainly in New York State and generally across the country, have been falling. The police are doing a good job. We're reducing the number of crimes. This is one that has spiked. And in 2012, we know from the New York City Police Department, every other property crime went down, and there was a 40% increase in what they call apple picking, as the thieves have their own name for this particular theft, 40% spike in 2012. So nationwide now, 1 in 3 thefts is the theft of a smartphone. There are thousands of assaults and even deaths every year associated with it. In 1 year, 1.6 million people are victims of this theft. Now, the reason for this crime wave is very simple. It's economics, because smartphones are really easy to steal. People are distracted usually when they have them. They're really easy to clean, what they call jailbreaking them, so then you have a brand new smartphone. And they're very, very easy to resell. They're very sophisticated fencing operations. A lot of them the fences ship them overseas, where they're worth a lot more money. They're worth as much as $2,000 in places like Hong Kong. In California, they have automated fencing machines where you can throw a phone in, it'll read the barcodes and spit out cash, a technological advance of questionable merit, in my view. But there is a huge market. Thieves know that they can get the money, and the only way to make this crime wave stop is for them to understand that this phone can be canceled like I would cancel a credit card, and there's no point in stealing it. Last June, when we began this effort, the San Francisco District Attorney George Gascon and I forced all the manufacturers of smartphones to come into our offices. They acknowledged that they have the technological ability to install kill switches. And that would eliminate the incentive for any thief to ever hit anyone over the head for a smartphone ever again. But they weren't doing it. They weren't putting them in. They weren't willing to do it. They were very resistant. We then determined that part of that resistance could be related to the fact that they were making $30 billion a year replacing lost and stolen smartphones. So we began to organize a coalition and put pressure on them. And we have had tremendous success. We now have well over 100 partners, attorneys general, district attorneys, police chiefs, mayors, and upping the pressure has been the action by our federal colleagues. And I'm very, very proud to be here today with Congressman Higgins, who is co-sponsoring legislation in Congress that would force them to install kill switches. And we're very, very pleased to be here today to be joined by our colleagues in local government as the town of Tonawanda and the Tonawanda Police Department comes on board the Secure Our Smartphone Coalition. We are going to get this done. And the coalition just grows and grows. There are people who have lost loved ones in smartphone-related crimes, who have organized, who are sending to talk to the manufacturers. We look forward in the next few months to seeing real action. And this crime wave, which can be ended, will end. And I'm proud to be here with my colleagues to make that a reality, and we could not possibly do it. This is not something that any way, shape, or form any one public official could do. This requires a coalition, and the coalition grows stronger today with the addition of the folks up here. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to your great Congressman, co-sponsor of the federal legislation relating to smartphones, Brian Higgins.